I need some help to just do a bit of
Barry White, yes.
This album called Rhapsody in White.
In White, arranged and conducted by Barry White, feature the Love's theme. Love theme, which was pop #1 actually. It sold 1 million copies. Also, this album sold 1 million copies as well.
So yeah, because the thing is, what I find is with Barry White, when I listen to his music, it's very orchestral.
Yes,
it reminded me,
correct.
I reminded me of like when it comes to gospel music.
Yes.
If you're looking at orchestral artistry, you're looking at Richard Smallwood. Yeah, very orchestral. Not saying nobody else uses orchestral instruments, but it's very orchestral in approach, very classical. And
but Richard Smallwood was a classically trained
musician. Yeah.
That's why, because he was a student at the same time as Roberta Flack. They were good friends.
Affinity Extra, be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Extra.
Yeah. People, this is Roger Moore here. We're here with the second part of our series on Black History Music Month, which it could be Black Music History Month, but whichever way we look at it anyway. So, but we're here to celebrate it. We're here to do a thing about it. We're here alongside the Black music historian himself, Kevin Tomlin, who's got 7 books out there. Oh well, it's going to be 7 books on Amazon. Check him out, Kevin Tomlin. If you don't hear me saying, do search on that list. But we're on about an artist which, you know, everybody has revered for these years, and I have to do this because how it goes. So we want a bit of Barry
White.
So you gotta talk like a
damn.
So I'll get my challenge to win that one. Obviously I can't do that low voice, so I need some help to just do a bit of
Barry White, yes.
So the man himself.
So I do that deep voice. So we got some 4-minute one. So I've been dying for that opportunity to do that still. Yeah, show off my gear. But anyway, this is watching every extra. We're gonna be looking into this artist, but we're going to be touching out there. But the reason why we're hitting this artist because he's from which side, what area, what coast?
He's from the West Coast.
West Coast.
He's not originally born in the West Coast. I think he was born in Texas, but he migrated. His mother, his late mother, and both him and his brother migrated to the West Coast.
Okay.
To Los Angeles.
Okay.
California. Yeah. And so,
cool.
Mr. Barry White.
Okay, cool.
Let's go towards 1973.
Okay, wait. The one thing that I know Barry White for is, and I never knew too much about Barry White, but one thing I do know Barry White for is Ally McBeal. Yeah? I just couldn't put it out there. So that was a tune and a half. That tune was an amazing tune. So I thought that was really, really cool tune. And what I do know about Barry White as well is that every time there seems to be a love scene and they do like the deep voice and go, hey, and they drop some Barry White on, it always was that kind of vibe. That's all I know about Barry White. But you know what I mean?
The lover man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that voice anyway still, so when men's voice we're trying to be deep, you know?
Yes.
Well, mention about these days. But yeah, so bro, show us what you saw of Barry White, man. Show us these these looks.
Okay. Barry White, this is the album. This album came out in 1974. So it's now that'll be 50 years
before years before I was born.
Yeah, this is 50 years now.
Don't make it sound bad.
Album is 50
years old. 50 years old.
Yes. Yeah, 50 years old. And Barry White actually used a lot of the West Coast musicians that work at Motown as well.
Okay.
To actually create this album. And and
obviously, no offense, but I'm looking at the back cover all this time, yeah, and he's not really doing weird health look. He's not looking after his health too well.
he died at 58, pretty young.
He's a biggish guy, and he's there having a fag and puts out the back cover, you know. So obviously, it wasn't the kingpin of health there.
No,
but,
not really.
But Rhapsody, what's this album called? Sorry, Rhapsody in White.
Arranged and conducted by Barry White, feature the Love's theme. Love theme, which was pop #1, actually. It sold 1 million copies. Also, this album sold 1 million copy as well.
So yeah, because the thing is, what I find is with Barry White, when I listen to his music, it's very orchestral.
Yes,
it reminded me
correct.
of like when it comes to gospel music.
Yes.
If you're looking at orchestral artistry, you're looking at Richard Smallwood. Yeah, very orchestral. Not saying nobody else uses orchestral instruments, but it's very orchestral in approach, very classical. And
Richard Smallwood was a classically trained
musician. Yeah.
That's why, because he was a student at the same time as Roberta Flack. They were good friends. Ooh. And Donny Hathaway. They all went to Harvard University to the music faculty at the same time.
Okay. So we learn every day still.
Yes,
so you got Barry right now, bro, doing his thing.
Yes.
In terms of you know, in the West Coast. So tell us a bit more of a Love Unlimited orchestra.
Well, Love Unlimited orchestra was a 40-piece orchestral group of the best on the West Coast.
Cool.
With a leading vocal group called Love Unlimited, the female, which he actually scored a million seller with them, Walking in the Rain with a One and Love, a few years before Love Unlimited Orchestra came out. So Barry White was one of the few composers and arrangers that have a solo album out, have a classical symphony orchestra album out at the same time, and a girl group. So he was selling 1 million copies with a girl group and with a solo album and an instrumental album all at the same time.
Is that how Barry White is going on?
Yes.
No,
So Barry White, yes.
He's like, he's going,
that's right. I mean, at one point, he generated about $30 million for the industry. 30 million. Right?
Jeez, man.
You understand that?
Crazy.
$30 million, bro. This other album, which came out later, in 1974 as well.
Yeah.
1974. California Jewel Strings. Yes, the California, the actual shop where he got his in Beverly Hills, right? Wow. It's called White Gold. This is another million seller album with the singer Satin Soul. Yeah.
Go on. Let me just take this.
Let us see. Satin Soul, yeah.
Yep, we got the vinyl here, guys. We got the actual vinyl.
The actual vinyl.
I don't want to pull it out. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it in its sleeve, yeah. But man.
20th Century Fox, bro. Yeah.
Them the original logos there, man.
Original 20th Century Fox.
Jeez,
yes.
man.
The original logo. Yeah, yes.
My goodness sake, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. 1974.
A Soul Unlimited Inc. Barry White Inc.
Printed in the United States.
Conducted by Barry White and Dean Page. Yes. This
okay.
Original. Yes.
So you got these Impactor guys, 1974 and 73.
Yes.
This is just before my time being born on this earth. So this is before Roger. This is BR before Roger.
That's right.
What
that's right.
He seems to be, and this is what I will say we can learn from a UK gospel viewpoint, is that artists were very integral in also having other interest within the same field of music than himself.
Yes.
So he would not only do his own album, he'll musically create albums with these great musicians. At the same time, he's inputting into a female group.
Yeah, Love Unlimited.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who are coming out. So how many times, and because that's a lot of work, but to be successful, it is going to be a lot of work. And I think that because we're just so focused on our own career, and our own standing, we get boring. But because he's kept it like different things going on, he's able to do what somebody does over 3 albums in one go.
Yes, because remember, he produced 2. He's one of the few artists in history to have 2 instrumental gold album, orchestration album in succession. One of the few to do that in history. And also one of the...
So Shaft, he's like, so Shaft was before him. Yeah.
Yes, well,
so
Shaft
he's
was before him.
So
Yes,
Shaft really, and don't get me wrong, Shaft opened up some big doors.
Oh yes,
You know what I'm saying?
but don't forget,
Yeah.
it's not only Shaft that opened up the doors. It was actually what Hot Butter Soul did, because the score, and you can actually do a few tracks on the album and create the same sort of sensation as a full played album.
Okay, cool.
So there was setting, and then remember, if we start talking about Stevie Wonder, that's another, because all that time, around about that time, don't forget, around about the time that Shaft was actually kicking it, but prior to Barry White's enter into the game, you had What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, another monster album.
Okay, yeah.
Another monster, which produced 3 to 4 number 1 tracks.
Wow.
Need I
These
say
guys
more?
are phenomenal.
Need
Man.
I say
These guys
more?
are like superstars.
Just look at the amount of singles. All these singles that we're talking about, these are million sellers.
So you got Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah, it was a million seller.
Say everyone's going
Can't
Never Give You Up. Yeah, everyone's going there. Say Can't Get Enough of Your Love, Babe.
Yeah.
You got, I'm saying,
Million seller.
You're the first, the last, my
It was
everything.
it was a million seller. Yeah, it was a million seller. It was a million seller in the UKs as well, because it went over 500,000, nearly 1 million copies in the UK.
The joke
Platinum
is,
certification.
I don't know about a word like that, but I recognize every track. But you see how the song title is so crucial.
Yes.
Because every time I say these titles, I'm singing the song as well in my head. Because I
Yes,
can say, oh, you recognize the title?
Yes.
What I'm going to do with
Let's
you,
play the
you got,
music.
let's play the, let the music play.
Is when you would get next to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was smoking.
And then you got Your Sweetness is My Weakness. Yo, them are bars right there. We're deep them bars.
Yeah.
Yo, next time we talk to Team Mrs. go, Your Sweetness is my weakness.
Yes, the SoulandR&B, Can't Get Enough. This one, Can't Get Enough of Your Love.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah.
became Barry White's first number 1 on the 200 album charts, week ending the 26th of October 1974.
So,
Nearly 50 years old. This is what we hold in there, is nearly 50 years old.
that's crazy. Can't get enough.
Yeah, Can't Get Enough. I mean, he has one track on there. That's 10 minutes long. I can't believe you love me.
That's how long.
I can't believe you.
That's
love
10
me.
minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yes,
10 minutes.
It's just going through and
Yeah, man. Them are not like the dance remixes that we had from Sounds of Blackness. They were
No,
there.
no.
You know what I'm saying? These are musicality at the
different.
most, man. That's crazy.
I remember the guy who is doing the string arrangement is Gene Page, who has worked with Phil Spector and all these people. Same guy who worked with Motown with the Supremes and so forth. He's the master string arranger on the Barry White stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Right.
So you know when you're playing strings and when people talk about it's not a black art form or whatever they're still, it's so annoying,
rubbish,
and it's such a dead argument. What I'm learning right now, people, well, I don't think I learned about with Kevin when you listen to music from this time and period.
Yeah.
You hear brass, you hear symphony orchestra, you hear you got Tom Bowell and all guys like that. You know, we've been master orchestra,
Benjamin
conductors,
Wright Jr., so many of them, so many,
and then
Johnny Allen.
for in 2024, we're still struggling to tell our youth that it's not a white form of music. It's not a white instrument. We've been on this from, it's just like, how are we still here? Because not only the ignorance of outside the education system, also ignorance in our community. to not realize and not break down his music properly in front of us as well. Because, you know, I didn't do brass instrument. I wanted to do, and I've, you know, documented. My mom said, nah, take the trombone back. We're going to play piano, because that's what they saw in church.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, they didn't realize that brass was an important part. And when you look at certain church circles, man, you go to America, yo, brass is an important part.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
Yes,
And I'm
yes,
seeing
yes,
these guys singing these songs, and you hear the brass and section. We can do us through these instruments.
Yeah, this is another thing.
Go on.
That You Are the First and Last, My Everything. The song was certified platinum in the UK for
600,000.
600,000 copies. That's a lot of money during the 70s. Yeah. So they're catching up. The song is still certifying. Look, that was just yesterday. That was yesterday, you know? And it's certifying that. In June the 3rd, 2024, it's still selling over 600,000 copies.
Wow.
So it's not too far from 1 million copies.
Hopefully he's looked after his estate, man.
Yeah. Oh yes,
Crazy.
his children, very, yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah.
Absolutely nice. Now, guys, that was Barry White, man. So
That is
listen,
Barry White, West Coast.
So you know what I'm saying. So next time I will say, hopefully, let me see if I can pull this one.
Your sweetness is my weakness.
them bars right there, man. Them bars right there.
yeah.
You know, so big up to Barry White.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yes,
I have to try that. Look,
yes.
I know turn red face, man. You know what I'm saying. You know, so definitely we're gonna get this going on. But okay, cool. So we got that now, bro.
Then the next one is
Okay, cool.
We go to Chicago Soul.
Chicago. So we go from the West
Yes.
Coast, and then we're going a bit north into Midwest.
Yes.
The Midwest.
And then we're dealing with Superfly by Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
By the way, this album that I'm holding here, it generated 26 million copies. Well, no, not 26 million copies, but generated $26 million for the industry. One album alone. $26 million for the industry. And this is
Superfly,
1972.
And that's after moving it, Superfly, innit?
Yes.
Because I know about Shaft, but I don't realize the Shaft before the Shaft was Superfly, correct, innit?
Yes.
So Superfly was the one that basically broke through the door.
No,
Shaft was first.
Shaft was the first, and then this was a follow-up after Shaft.
Oh,
Because
sorry,
Shaft
forgive me.
Shaft was
Yeah.
1971.
Yeah.
And then this came
72.
Yes.
So is this the one where they had to get to this? I remember when I have to check my stories. So forgive you people anyway. So yeah, but Superfly, I remember with Curtis Mayfield, like this guy. When I actually look at his music, he's not got that much music out himself personally. But he's been involved with a lot of groups.
Yes.
And has done a lot of music afterwards.
Yes.
But he doesn't really need to do much music afterwards because he did one hit in it.
Well, yes.
What's that tune?
Keep on. Keep on pushing. Yes.
Yeah.
And all
That track alone, I hear being played all the time on TV.
Yes. I've got the album over there. I can show you when it came out. It came out in 1970, and it was a big track as well. And it was a number one R&B album number one as well before this came out. Yes. The thing about it with this particular album, it was number one for 4 weeks. For 4 weeks on the album charts.
The proper album charts,
Yes.
the album charts, not the R&B charts, not the race charts.
No,
the album
charts.
Okay, US.
And
Okay.
It sold several millions actually.
Okay.
And it created 2 gold singles. It was one of the few soundtrack albums in history to have 2 gold singles on it. Freddie is Dead and Superfly. Yes.
Wow.
It was Superfly along with What's Going On was one of the pioneer soul concept albums with its unique, socially aware lyrics about poverty, drugs abuse, making the album stand out because he was addressing the problems that was going on in the inner city with blacks. He was bringing to light what's going on, you know, they're letting people know what was the problem that blacks were dealing with. I mean, the album is so significant that the National Recording Registry for being, that's to do with the Congress Library. That's when it's in there. Yeah. It is now
seen as a culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant piece of work.
Yes.
Wow, in 2019. By the Library of Congress. So they basically put it as a preserve it because it was almost and this is where it goes to, guys. You know, music's gonna tell your story. It's gonna tell you, say what you say. Don't fake the funk. Say this to say what you're saying. Say what you're saying. What else you saying?
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it also, it created 2 monster gold singles. Freddie is Dead, which appear on the album as an instrumental, but it came out as a song, and it was in the same equivalence as the theme from Shaft. You know, the theme from Super. The theme, basically, it had the same sort of cultural impact, and it's with the string orchestration. The string orchestration was conducted by a Jewish guy called Rav Slover.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Old brother. He died a few years ago at 90.
Okay.
Responsible for, and the album was produced at Curtis Mayfield own recording studio in Chicago.
Okay, go on, Curtis.
Yes,
man built his own space, man. You know what I'm saying?
Own recording studio.
Maybe that's talking to me, man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Get your own space.
Recording studio, and it was a monster hit. Both Superfly and Freddie Dead was 1 million copies each. 1 million copies each.
Wow.
That's why the album generated $26 million for the industry. $26 million for the industry.
Wow.
Lot of money. If you think about 26 million today, how much do you think that would be? If you look at the devaluation of the US dollar,
bro,
how much do you think that 26 million? What do you think how much that is today?
Let me see. Can we do Google Chrome? Keep talking. I'm gonna see if I can Chrome it. I can do that. 19 what?
1972, bruv.
1972.
26 million. How much is that in today's money?
26. Was it 26 million?
26 million US dollars. And what it is equivalent today?
Dollars. US. 1972.
How much is that today?
Worth today.
Yeah, worth today.
Bro, 20 million.
What is it worth today?
20 million in 1972 is worth. You ready for it?
Yes. We're ready.
150 million in today's in money.
150 million, yeah.
So 20 million. So you're talking about 20. So that's almost 200 million.
Yes. That's how much one album. That is what, ladies and gentlemen, this is what one album generated. I remember people such as the late Marvin Gaye with What's Going On was generating the same amount of money. Yes?
Wow.
Was generating the same amount of money as well. So when you look at the black productions during that time, looking at black production, actually black music was so significant that at the end of the 70s, it was doing about $500 million in gross earning, music of black origin. $500 million. Wonder what is $500 million today.
Oh boy!
Nazareth.
All right, let me do that. So basically, $500 million is basically, is it 500 million?
Yeah, 500 million. 500 million at the end of the 1970s, 79, 80, yeah. How much is that? That means all the accumulation with the black labels, with the Curtum, with the Philly International, with Motown, all the black labels that was functioning around that time.
500 million, which is half a billion in 1978,
Yes.
will equal to make sure I get this right, 2.5 billion.
2.5 billion. That is that's this kind of money that these guys were generating. 2.5 billion, almost 300 million, almost 300 billion. So when I tell you that
2.5 billion, yeah,
because when you think about it, Rita Franklin,
3 billion.
when Rita Franklin album, when we go back, Rita Franklin album, that one album alone did 3.5 million copies. That includes albums and singles. 3.5 million. It was the biggest selling female artist at that time during 1967. She sold more than Barbara Streisand and all of them.
And this is why we have to celebrate. And people thinking, why are you guys talking about these guys artists? They're not gospel artists and whatever they're still. I'm afraid, again, we need to realize that we gotta be proud about being black and proud about our input into musicality. End of the day, still, let's not be prideful. Let's keep it 100. When we listen to our music, you hear the Superflies, you hear the Barry White licks, you hear the Michael Jackson licks, you hear all these. So we influence that music. Stop pretending like we don't listen to it. So sometimes we're not influencing. We don't tweet on the radios. So let's be proud of who we are, what we've contributed to the music space, and realize that we need to be more the executives rather than borrowing the space. That's why I love in this season right now. You are seeing a kind of standing up in pride and African music really.
I'm going to give you a little recent history.
Go on.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Rihanna is the only female artist in history right now that has the most singles that done over 10 million copies each. She has sold more singles than the excited Taylor Swift. She has about 5 or 6 singles that has done over 10 million copies each, diamond certified.
And she's a little girl from
Barbados.
Yes,
Barbados. And she's the best-selling. She's the best-selling single artist in the world. She has about 10 singles that is done over 10 million copies each. You know how much is that in money?
Crazy.
Oh, that is what we're talking about. Probably 200 to 300 million.
Crazy.
In singles alone, or maybe more, maybe 500 million.
Man, it's crazy.
We're not talking about her albums that she did.
Mad.
And she's just ready. And actually, she's just ready to sell.
So yeah, man. So
Need I
man,
say more, bro?
Yeah, man.
Need I say more?
Just
Let me not say anymore.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
It's the way it works.
Music of black origin. Ching chong, ching.
It's doing it.
It is doing it.
It's done it.
It done it. Done.
Doing it, and we'll do it tomorrow.
And do it tomorrow. And done.
And the thing is, like I said, we got to start coming together and realize that we're going to the table. When we go into the table, when it comes to music, Christian music and whatsoever, we have to stop begging for being. You know what I'm saying? We're not begging.
I don't want crumbs, brother.
No. I want to be part of the pie, man. I want to be actually baking the pie and going. You could take your cut afterwards.
After a cut.
Yeah, man.
Ching chang, ching 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 ching.
So that's why, guys, and this is the importance of Black History. But we do it again. But listen, guys, we've got another part coming to go. So myself and Kevin, we're gonna have a bit of a break. You guys hopefully be, you know what I'm saying? You guys will be obviously.
Will you be around when we come back?
Yeah, but listen, guys, follow the playlist, go into our history, and there's so many videos that we had.
Yes.
We've done about Black History music. So many different artists. Do look back in our history of conversations, and there's more to come. But this is the almost revival month where we're reviving keeping this series a
yes.
conversation so people can actually understand the wealth of history.
We are back. We are back. We are back.
100%, my brother. 100%. Listen, guys, nothing but love. This is Roger and Infinity Extra alongside Kevin Tommy, the Black Music History Story
Month.
Month.
Well, you can say Black History.
I need to get it right anyway, so yeah. But listen, we're big up here. Just because we're in the UK, it doesn't mean we don't celebrate it, yeah? Listen, blessings, people.
Right on.
Hey, this is your bishop. This is your bishop from Rock Solid. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking and subscribing and also sending these videos to other people as well. We are so hungry to get your support. So remember, check us out on our website, and also check us out on Insta and wherever you want to find us. On Spotify, you can play us all day as well. And just make sure that you are supporting this channel, that we are developing our agenda towards music of Black origin, and that is gospel music with a message. So please walk with us on this journey. Bye now.